It's not like the easiest thing to just go to someone else's house and just be like,
yeah, hi, so like, I'm here.
Yeah, so like I'm living here now. Mm-hmm.
Did you feel lonely when you were abroad? Or do you feel lonely?
Yeah, not that much. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like that's a very common question. Like people are like, don't you miss like your home country so much? At the beginning, you arrive and it's like, for me at least, everything was like so cool. Mm-hmm. Everyone was like wanting to meet me. So like I did not miss anything. Like mm-hmm. It was so cool. And I was just like excited to be here. And so the first part was fine. Then I had like my down parts, like the second month or something, mm-hmm. where I was like missing everything. I was like trying to fit in and I was like, didn't want to be here, but and now I'm like fine again.
And then it gets back up.
Yeah, it gets like you start to like get friends and stuff. Yeah. But especially during those 2 months, it wasn't like terrible for me because my host family was like really helpful mm-hmm. with that. And they like kept me like busy, like going places and doing stuff so that I wouldn't have time to like get bored and think about home and stuff.
There's actually like a Greenheart handbook or something that describes that. It's like the beginning part is like the honeymoon phase, like everything is like new and you're like, I don't know, a kid in a candy shop kind of, and then you kind of start to realize like what's actually going on and you get a little sad and start to miss things. And then in the end, I think it's kind of almost the best part because I feel like at that point you've like come out of like being like lonely if you were lonely, and then your language is like so much better, so you're almost like able to just function like normally. What did your friends from home think about you going abroad?
There was a lot of people that were like, well, like, I wouldn't go, like, that's, like, so much time. Mm-hmm. But then at the same time, they were like, I wish I could go, like, you're so lucky you can go. And now they, like, keep texting me all the time, like, how's it going? Yeah. And I'm like, it's great. And they're like, do you want to come back? And I'm like, nope. Not really.
Yeah.
Was it what you expected?
No. No. I would say, not in, like, a negative way, obviously. Like, I just didn't really know what to expect. I feel like before leaving, I knew it was gonna be like a huge like insane experience, so I didn't want to like put any expectations on it to like disappoint myself.
I didn't really know what to expect, so like I don't know, I couldn't really like make like an image about what was gonna happen. So I don't know if it was the same thing as I expected because I couldn't really like tell.
What were you the most nervous about before studying abroad? The most nervous, probably the language barrier. I feel like that's kind of an obvious one, but like I just wanted to be able to like interact with people and like not feel like restricted or like people were just hanging out with me because they like felt bad for me, you know? I wanted to actually like meet people, but I mean, you get over that pretty quick, I feel like.
Probably just meeting my host family. Yeah. I was like very nervous about that. Like, you know, you're just going to live with a stranger family for like 10 months. So it's not like the easiest thing to just go to someone else's house and just be like,
hi, so like I'm here.
So like I'm living here now. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I don't know, that made me really nervous when I met them at the airport.
It's hard to know how to like where to begin. You're like, hi.
Yeah, like what? But then it was fine. Like then we introduced ourselves and then like soon enough we were like chill and it was like good. Yeah. Okay. Did being in the US make you realize things about France that you think are weird? Oh wait, no, I said that the other way around.
Oh wait, what?
No.
I didn't pay.
Did being in France make you realize things about the US that you think are weird?
Okay, yes. Whenever I feel like you're learning about a new culture, you always think about, it makes you reflect on your own, like we talked about. Yeah. So definitely like whenever I would notice something that was different about French culture, I'd be like, my first reaction was like, whoa, that's kind of weird. But then I was like, wait, but like that makes sense too. Like, why is it like that in the US, you know? So, I don't know. One thing is like we eating like dinner times. Mm-hmm. Like in France, we would always eat dinner at like 8 o'clock. Yeah. And in the US, I feel like we eat dinner at like 5 or 6. And at first I was like, we're eating dinner so late. But then I thought about it and I was like, in America, we literally eat dinner in like the afternoon. That's kind of weird.
The times for like eating lunch are like a good example. Like in school I have lunch at 2:30 and
like your school has lunch at that time? Yeah. Wow. Last question. How was your first day of high school? That's a good question, like in France.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just remember my like coordinator drove me to school and everyone was really nice, but I just kept like nodding my head and smiling. It was a lot of like smiling and
Even
nodding.
though you didn't know what they were saying.
And everyone was nice, but it was overall just kind of like, I was a little bit in shock.
I came to the US like 15 days before starting high school. So I like had some time to like get used to the family and like meet some of my host sister's friends, because I have a host sister my age. So then when I went to the first day of school, I like already knew some people.
To talk to. That's cool.
And yeah, so I already knew some people in my classes who I could like sit with and stuff. Cool. And then also because I did like volleyball tryouts before going to school. Yeah.
Oh, so
I like met some people there too, so it was like fine.
I feel like no matter what, there's like a level of like, what do I do?
Yeah.
In it,
but then I don't know, people are like super nice and they like actually want to meet you, so you're not like alone. So it's like cool.
All right, thanks for watching our questions. We hope you liked it. Bye.